Propagate!
Go as planned! Time for a light shift!
Scatter!
Illusion shattered! Fuse is lit! I swear by my sword! Inazuma shines eternal!
Like a lamb to the slaughter.
Offensive reprise! Shine down!
Propagate!
Look! There's... Good idea! Let's...
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and... Also...
Didn't expect to see...
You know...
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academy.
He's a scholar, too?
No. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained. Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing...
Loaded.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh?
Allow me to jog. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh!
Correct. The Academe, it isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that the Radicals needed, and those based in art, as well as being able to exploit the Radicals for their own ends. This scheme, life for the desert dwellers, has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death. Many would give everything, even if complications arise. The notion of an academia...
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, but there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the
Throughout this process, one thing... First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were... An exile is still patently a living, breathing... If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly...
resource?
One possibility is that...
Extracted?
With the technology of the perhaps the process caused them great suffering.
So, the human brain...
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents, or perhaps his curiosity...
Hyman's
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some however, the academia is going. I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule.
You mean you're not...
All scholars seek extracting information.
Sounds like you're really...
Of course. Whether it be academics or not, this matter needs to...
Wait!
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering and...
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply, the divine knowledge capsule is something I want to...
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a while.
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it.
I'm just a more likable He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after...
Where do you think you're going?
Happy to oblige.
We're back!
You must be tough.
What's the situation?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather.
So, at one point in time,
Yep, pretty much.
their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Yet,
We may have a one of us could be secretly revealing our...
Huh? Are our friendships that...
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our...
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
choose your next word.
It is simply a logical...
So what you're saying... Interesting.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like...
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who... As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Simply put, if you want to raise a vicious wolf...
The academia?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special... Every so often comes on Yagarbaha Day. On this, I remember seeing a thick...
You're saying that the academia... But what's the point in doing that?
The Akasha is capable of... The Akasha's algorithms,
It predicted my
the academia has been...
So that's how it is. Tenacity of will. Sino, don't take it to heart.
They escaped.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements,
Whoa, you bounced.
There is always an opportunity.
Oh, so that's if the academia is trying to... Yep, that...
they'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys!
Please, wait! I want to go too. I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like... So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an academia developed. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. Let's split up and search the...
Is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a device.
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry. Your grandpa's gonna be...
Razak didn't display any...
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen.
If you had informed me sooner, they...
You're one of us. We would...
Scholars. You don't know as much as...
I knew it.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
This...
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the
Face the facts, Rahman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone.
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the...
It's not too late yet. The village
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun, with these scholars in our...
Ridiculous. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're all...
They look more like pawns of the academia. Filthy traitors. Your god,
It's impossible. Perhaps.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand...
Wait, you can't be...
So...
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad. However, I'd get the chance to observe this.
Think you can...
I'm not trying to persuade you.
You were the scrub.
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all...
You academia scum. Every last one of you is...
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Rahman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can...
We've known each other for...
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my... Come on, Rahman.
And all... What if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live...
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that...
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not...
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rahman?
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this...
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm... You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take...
Phew. I was really counting.
Dia! That was crazy!
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal if it came down to it.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are up...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed...
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa...
Whatever it takes? You just might...
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get...
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here.
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Okay,
Dia, wait.
what's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday.
Fine.
Illusion shattered. Time for a light show. Go as one!
Here!
Shine down!
I have to be killed!
There is no escape!
Propagate!
Fuse is lit! Go as one!
Shine down!
Here!
Fire hazard! Here come the fireworks!
Now you shall perish!
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. You brought fewer.
Bring him out.
Grandpa? Why is there only...
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man.
It's a one for... And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the dent...
You stay right there!
Boy, mate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Grandpa!
Paimon...
This day's going...
The sand dune I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro archon.
Grandpa?
Hey, look.
There used to be a...
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, the symbols on the gate belonged to King Deshret's civilization. It could have been an underground palace.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King!
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down here with us. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for...
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict.
As it happens,
What are you doing?
don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, two major deities are vying to showcase their power.
Paimon thought you weren't interested.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living. New discoveries are always worth investigating.
Raman, what are you gonna...
I'll just let them lay here.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rama,
What? Are you mocking me?
interpret it however you want. But there's something...
Whatever you say.
There's nothing to be angry about.
It does seem kinda strange. If that's true...
Barbados! Guide us! Germinate! Illusion shattered!
Go as planned!
Propagate!
Shine down!
Time for a light.
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no
Fire hazard.
Scatter!
Go as one.
I swear by my sword! Shine down!
Spring forth! Propagate!
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
A sight to see. King Desret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Desret.
Steer is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it.
It's getting brighter! Oh, it looks so beautiful!
Wait, what's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something...
These are...
They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies his wisdom is a miracle.
You can read?
Of course. Every student needs...
He's not serious.
There's still something off about the scent of life.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret.
Isn't sharing knowledge?
Yes. However, you'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memory.
Oh,
Greater Lord Ruka.
but...
Was that the former dead...
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but you've just witnessed his
The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. King Deshret's death. The all but total... We saw her as nothing more than a traitor. Who stabbed us in the back in our moment of...
You were blinded by your prejudice.
How could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what...
Raman, give it a rest. You're
My Eremites and I...
Hey.
I should probably go.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. But please, give me some time.
It's not...
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time?
Tomorrow. I'll convince everyone that... And I'll return every last one of your mad... Sorry.
You seem to finally understand that.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone.
That must have been rough. But he seemed...
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your... It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed...
The outcome...
We should get going too. Let's head... We're leaving!
Stop, yeah.
Ramon?
Everything's been a...
I guess all I can say now is...
Don't mention it. But we should...
Where are the
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the...
There's no need to yell.
We've been all over the desert trying to find...
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no!
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on...
You should have known that I...
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way...
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do work.
Please have my...
Start talking.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy.
They,
Don't play dumb. They extract divine can...
Well, you better start talking or you...
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy...
How did you know?
there's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but the withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like,
continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he asked them...
This is what the arrogant ignorance...
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing... After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb with the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning. And next, they decided that their new god needed to possess...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extract...
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact... Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to...
You must have noticed it is as if they are cursed with a desire for Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars...
Then what does Lesser Lord... Is she not a true god present in this world?
From the beginning, when the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never... Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the... Slowly but surely, people...
So...
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If Raman, give me a few men to help us.
Sure.
There's no end to this.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their home.
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk?
Oh, Paimon!
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels...
What a whirlwind of a story.
It seems like there'll be more issues.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move.
It's time to make...
Indeed. These events are a flagrant
So,
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here,
Yep, it'll work.
I am the man!
Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
Can't catch me! Attaboy! Let's roll!
Time for a light show!
Attaboy! Cascade!
Full as blood!
Barbados!
Be still! Let's roll!
Here come the fireworks!
This realm is truly beginning to thrive. I cannot help but be stirred. If you ever have...
Let's roll!
I swear by my sword!
Be still. Go! Hey! I wasn't ready! Attaboy!
The fuse is lit!
Great.